Welcome to Bro Awaken. Today we are going to react to top 7 badass planes of the US military.
Yep.
So let's crack on with it.
The top 7 badass planes of the US military. There is little in the world that can match the simultaneous awesomeness and mystery of a badass plane. These are the paragon of modern innovation, yet largely pass invisibly above us. They decide battles and wars, yet only a few lucky soldiers get to see them. Blah, blah, blah words. Let's look at some incredible machinery. Seven. Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. Love it or hate it, and there are plenty on both sides, the F-35 is the biggest and most important military aircraft program in the world today. First conceived in the Joint Strike Fighter program in 1992, the F-35 entered service in 2015, though serious technical problems remain, including issues with the stealth coating and night vision cameras. The F-35 is a multi-role aircraft to replace the aging fleets of F-16s, F-A-18s, A-10s, and AV-8Bs. Unlike them, it has the advantage of stealth and advanced sensors. An impressive helmet-mounted display not only replaces the traditional heads-up display projected on the canopy to show speed, fuel, and other data, but provides infrared imagery at all angles so the pilot can see through the aircraft. The F-35 can act as a mobile sensor package, spotting targets and handing off data to less capable aircraft around it, boosting their effectiveness. The F-35 successfully conducted its first airstrikes in Iraq. Bombing ISIS tunnels is not a true test of modern aircraft, though, and whether the world's first trillion-dollar program pays off remains to be seen.
It is a replacement for the F-16 and $1 trillion program, man. That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It looks really advanced with all this.
Yeah, with all the gadgets and stuff, you know. It got those sensors to giving information to the less fortunate planes there. So it's pretty advanced. But there is so many variations, I think, from with these planes. Like, I can't remember. There was F-35A, F-35B, and F-35C or something like that. And the one can just take off vertically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
But this is a multi-role fighter, right? So it's got all these extra things on it.
It's really nice. What's the next one?
6. Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. The first 5th-generation fighter aircraft,
Ooh,
the F-22
this is a beauty,
is a
man.
stealthy air superiority aircraft able to cruise at supersonic speeds with a fearsome load of advanced weapons. To many, it is still the greatest air-to-air combat vehicle ever devised. The F-22 was the product of the Advanced Tactical
This
Fighter
looks similar,
program.
right? I think this one comes in Iron Man.
This one?
I think so. It looks similar to it. I like this in comparison to F-35. Aerial, I think this is more into aerial combat.
Is this one
Placed the
faster?
F-15 in the
Is this
19...
one a lot faster?
I think it's more faster, and I think it can maneuver much better than the F-35.
and eventually entered service in 2005. It was built with 2 key capabilities in mind. One was supercruise, being able to travel at high speeds for extended periods, not just in short bursts like the F-15. The other was stealth. The F-22 is all but invisible to radar, so it can spot and engage enemy aircraft long before they ever realize it's there.
So it's also got stealth.
Rising production costs meant that numbers of F-22 were strictly limited, and plans to acquire 750 F-22s were soon scaled back, and only 187 operational aircraft were built. While there are some concerns over having such a small elite fighter force, nobody doubts the F-22's capability.
187 planes, man. Whoa, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. It's really a lot.
Five.
Whoa.
Boeing
Whoa.
B-52
These are those
Stratofortress.
bombers, right? They go high and then they start dropping bombs.
64 years after it entered service,
I think so. I'm not sure. But this is the one that goes at really high altitude and then they start bombing. I think they can drop one of those nuclear stuff.
Oh.
Venerable B-52 is the most numerous aircraft in the U.S. Air Force bomber fleet, having outlasted aircraft meant to replace it. Often called the Buff, Big Ugly Fat Fellow, is
There is there's another alternative. I think the Russians have one of it too.
They have a bomber as well.
They have a bomber as well. That is super. I think, what is it? Some supersonic, some stuff. I don't know. What was it? TU something, 190 or something. TU 160 or 190. It's deadly as well.
the polite version. The B-52 was designed in the depths of the Cold War as a nuclear bomber.
Yeah.
It had the range to carry atomic warheads deep into the heartland of the USSR. Originally intended for high-altitude flight,
I told you.
it was modified for low-level operations when flying under the radar became essential. Another shift produced the Big Belly B-52 for conventional bombing, carrying 84 500-pound bombs internally and 24 750-pound bombs on wing pylons. Formations of B-52s wrought havoc in Vietnam with massed raids. The B-52 has a unique arrangement of 8 engines and 4 pods. All attempts to replace
look at the
these
beauty,
with 4
man.
new engines have been rejected, and a forthcoming upgrade will retain the 8-engine configuration. The B-52 is still going strong with no sign of giving up, and some predict it will keep flying for 100 years. Four, McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. Introduced in 1976, the F-15 was meant to be an unbeatable air superiority fighter, and it delivered. Its record in combat of over 100 kills with no losses is unrivaled. The twin-engined Eagle combines agility with speed, reaching Mach 2.5 at high altitude. It's equally capable of losing long-range AMRAAM missiles guided by its powerful AN/APG-63 radar, or mixing it up in dogfights with short-range sidewinders. The F-15's potential for the ground attack was later exploited in the F-15E Strike Eagle variant. This uses the plane's size and power to haul an impressive load of precision bombs. The basic design has proven so strong that even 40 years on, the Eagle continues to be effective, with the F-15 SE Silent Eagle stealth variant and the F-15X Advanced Eagle threatening to undercut the advantages of more modern aircraft.
Oh.
3. Rockwell B-1 Lancer.
Was this another bomber?
It looks like a bomber.
More commonly known as the Bone from B-1, the B-1 has battled through a storm of criticism and program cancellations to become a key element of the U.S. Air Force's strategic bomber force.
Another bomber. So all the B
Conceived
series
in
is like the bomber
1970
series,
as a
right?
Mach 2 high-altitude nuclear bomber to replace the B-58 Hustler and B-52, the B-1 was canceled in 1977, but resurrected in the 80s due to delays in the more advanced B-2 Spirit. The new version was optimized for low-level, under-the-radar incursions at subsonic speeds. The B-1 has a combat radius of 3,000 miles without refueling and carries a phenomenal 125,000 pounds of bombs, the most of any bomber. After the START agreement of 1995, the B-1's nuclear capability was removed and it was retasked as a purely conventional bomber. Equipped with the sniper targeting pod, the B-1 was able to carry out precision strikes in Iraq, and more recently it acted as an aerial cruise missile carrier in strikes against Syria. Now the AGM-158C long-range anti-ship missile could give the B-1 a new maritime strike role, sinking vessels from outside the range of air defense.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Ships are basically useless then.
2. Lockheed C-130.
Oh, I love this one, man. I played this in Call of Duty. Yeah, I love this one.
In service
It's
since
got this
1956,
large machine gun there.
The 4-engined C-30, or Herc, is still the definitive rugged tactical transport. It is operated from unpaved runways in every theater of operation from Vietnam onwards. The AC-130 gunship
It's
version,
like got this
aka Spooky, mounts an
machine
array-
gun, like it can shoot like long range, and it's like armor piercing as well. You can even shoot like all those vehicles, man.
Oh,
Yeah. It's pretty fast, though.
Of weapons, including a 105mm howitzer, the biggest gun on any
Yeah.
modern aircraft,
Told you. That's
as
the
well
one.
as rapid-firing 40mm and 25mm cannons. In 2017, the C-130 took on an unlikely new role, dropping the outsized MOAB, Massive Ordnance Air Blast, or Mother of All Bombs, the largest bomb ever used in action, on an ISIS tunnel complex in Afghanistan. It may be an old plane, but the C-130 is still full of surprises.
the US has like some crazy planes, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, what is this? What?
Fairchild
Warthog.
Republic A-10
It's
Thunderbolt
a-
2.
Scary, dude.
I think this is an old plane, man.
Better
But this is the plane that makes those sounds.
known as the Warthog
Like, you know, when it shoots, it's some weird sound, but it's very nice, though.
for its looks. The A-10 is a slow, low-tech aircraft weighed down by
Yeah,
armor
that-
plate and
Yeah.
armed with a giant gun. It looks more steampunk than 21st century. But the A-10 is a battle-proven veteran that's won the
Yeah,
hearts of
there
the
you go.
foot soldiers it supports, if not Air Force generals who have repeatedly tried to retire it. The A-10 was introduced in 1977 as a straightforward tank buster to prevent massed Soviet armored divisions from overrunning Europe. It would survive by staying low, executing brief pop-up attacks, and with built-in protection, including a titanium bathtub that encloses the pilot, proof against 23mm anti-aircraft cannon fire. For armament, in addition to a respectable bomb load, the A-10 has the mighty 30mm GAU-8 Avenger, a 7-barrel Gatling gun firing 70 armor-piercing rounds a second.
That's also got the armor-piercing gun there. It's also a really nice
Yeah, this is
vehicle.
like a pop-up.
Yeah, really nice plane, yeah. And I think it's good, man. It's very effective for those soldiers.
Yeah.
You can defend them. And at the same time, you can take down the enemy people as well. Because you got those armor-piercing rounds
Yeah. True.
and the
Cannon
bombs.
takes up 1/6 of the A-10's weight. Credited with destroying 987 Iraqi tanks in the 1991
crazy.
Gulf War
People love
and
tanks.
doing more damage to Iraqi ground forces
Yeah.
than all other Allied aircraft combined. The A-10 has since been upgraded to deliver smart bombs and remains the close support aircraft par excellence.
I mean, when it comes comparing the US to the Soviets, like I could say Soviets is there, but US is in a different level altogether, man. The rest of the other countries, they just copy the
The design.
design and the prints from the US, man. Even like the what was it? The Turkey built the new jet as well. So what was it? TJX or something.
Oh.
And that was almost like a duplicate of the F-22. You know, in the end of the day, US is still badass. I mean, I think they got so many weapons and so many ranges.
Yeah. Really advanced as well.
Basically, they are competing with themselves right now at this moment. There is no competition.
Yeah. People do the best.
I think they are the best. You just saw how their weapons are, you know, that's some next level stuff. And mind you, these are like old stuff. I mean, the new technology, I don't know, they might have not even released it
smart
yet.
bombs right now. The
Yeah.
new ones. So that's even more insane.
I'm a fan of the F-22 though. I really want to get into it though.
For me, the Warthog looks really nice.
The Warthog is nice, but I really like the F-22 though.
Overall, yeah, this is a really nice video for us to watch.
Yeah.
And yeah, we discovered quite a lot of planes as well, the bombers and everything. And we enjoyed it quite a lot. So yeah, I hope you guys also like this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as well. We'll see you on the next video.